Hey, it's Lula Manderson and welcome to the channel. Really hope you're doing good. I'm doing well. So we're on a road to 500 subscribers. Like, if you were to subscribe, it would be really much appreciated. And thank you for watching my video. Like, it's not the latest, but the one before the one that I uploaded. So the one about black people must not go to Europe, it's doing really well. I really appreciate the support, the likes, the comments, whatever. The video is really doing well. So I would like it if you were to subscribe to the channel so we can reach 500 subscribers. That would be really awesome. So today's topic, there's actually a pastor out there that's being convicted and on trial for trying to poison black people's water supply. You can't make this up. And as you might guess, yes, he is a white supremacist. And there is a video out there where he actually admits that he's racist. Man, like, you know, I've always said this. I like when white people, or white supremacists rather, when they actually admit that they are white supremacists. So you can really know what's really going on. Because if this pastor, we didn't know about him, he wouldn't have been caught and a lot of black people would have died. But anyways, let's just roll the clip of him actually admitting to his white supremacist beliefs. Let's just roll it.
Us to stand together as a white nation. I know there are many movements, and there are many movements. I've met with some of the leaders around the table, and we've sat and spoke, and halfway into speaking, a minute into speaking, I stop them and I say, you know what, we're not on the same page. Reason why we aren't on the same page, they want to defend, they want to wait and see what happens. Reality is, you cannot wait to see what the enemy is going to do. You cannot wait for the enemy to wake up.
What's scary about what he said is that there are many movements out there. And, you know, we've had this kind of speculative thinking that, okay, maybe there are Boers out there training. Okay, I have seen it myself, but I've only seen one camp, right? They were training and they're thinking that a civil war is coming. Okay, I cannot really fault them on that because one way or the other, South Africa will implode because we never really dealt with the white supremacy of the apartheid government. These people have never even really apologized, right? There's not even one white person that actually apologized and said, oh, sorry for white supremacy, for the apartheid government, blah, blah, blah. So they're already paranoid and they're on edge. So these kind of people do exist and they have other people who are actually working with them. This is very scary, guys.
The National Christian Resistance Movement, the Crusaders, haven't got a waiting plan. We've got an attack plan. That's the only way to win this situation. The only way to turn the tables is by attacking. I'm talking war. Yes, I'm talking war. Because if Malema can say what he wants and the rest can say what they want because they're black, then me as a white man and a white general of my movement, I will say what's in my heart. I'm not saying what I want. I'm saying what's in my heart.
So he's saying what's on his heart. And what's on his heart is hate against black people. Like, it's quite obvious, right? And the other thing that he said is that he wants war. He wants war. Like, he doesn't want to wait. He wants to do it right now. Because, as I said, they feel like they're under attack. No one is attacking Boer people. No one is attacking white people, bruh. Like, black people are just minding their own business. Think about it. Like, Ekasi, townships, we're just minding our own business. We are so poor at the moment, we don't even think about white supremacy. That's why I'm probably the only channel on YouTube in South Africa that speaks on white supremacy. Because black people, most of the time, they're just minding their own business.
And I'm asking you today, if you are in a movement that's waiting to see what happens, get the hell out of that movement and join the Crusaders. We need at least 4,000 more people. We are large, but we're not large enough. We don't want to make fools of ourselves. We're not going to make fools of ourselves. But if you want to save this country for your children and your grandchildren, stand with the Crusaders.
Guys, this is a pastor. This is a man of God. But anyways, I cannot really take that serious because even slavery, they were using the Bible to enslave people. So, yeah, whatever. But imagine how many people this guy has radicalized. Imagine at his church. Okay, like in the early 2000s, I went to Roodepoort. It's like, it was predominantly Afrikaner at that time. So there was a church, it literally said, no black people allowed. In 2000, and that was like 7 years after apartheid. So can you think, do you think those people changed? They haven't changed, because there are churches out there that are written in Afrikaans, and you might think, oh, it's written in their home language, it's Afrikaans. No, they don't want black people there. They want colored or white people, right? It's as simple as that. It's just like the whole UK test that you must write in Afrikaans. If you are writing a test in Afrikaans in the UK, obviously what they're saying to you, they want colored people or they want Afrikaner people. It's as simple as that.
We aren't in this waiting rut. We are heartful and we are fired up to stand up. In this country, as a white man, you mean nothing. Your children is going to mean less, and your grandchildren, they aren't going to exist for very long. Because these people are speaking about wiping us out. I have to tell you this just quickly. I've never been in my life a racist. This new South Africa has made me a racist. I am a racist.
So he's saying this country made him racist. Oh my God, like, no, man, I can't take this guy seriously. So this country made him racist. How? Because, as I said, white people are living by themselves in the white suburbs. No one is bothering them. There are bosses at our jobs. No one is bothering white people. We have our own problems. So what is he talking about? That's the thing. He's trying to justify it. He's saying that, oh, they made me racist. No, man, you were racist from the start. You were racist from the... You were born racist, probably. Man, how do you take these white supremacists seriously? So there's another town. He spoke about, he has allies, he has people that he sat down with and they were too slow to act, doing his terrorist things. So there's another town out there, Aranya. So this town is Orania, right? Yeah, Orania, okay. Who cares about the white supremacist name of a town? Anyways, so Orania is predominantly Afrikaner. They're strictly Afrikaner. And they're saying that, okay, if you want to join us, you need to be Afrikaner at heart. How can you be black and Afrikaner? Like... Oh my God. But anyways, let me just roll a clip so you can see for yourself.
Are black people welcome to come and build inside Orania?
If they are willing to assimilate and become Afrikaners and show the willingness to be that, the answer would be a yes. The other thing is we also have other communities that we're working with their own culture, like the Minyameni community in the Eastern Cape.
When you say people have got to assimilate into the Afrikaner culture, what defines the Afrikaner culture for you, Joost?
Well, I can go on and I can make a list of everything that defines me as an Afrikaner, I've got, there's certain songs that might give me goosebumps, there's certain ways of doing things that I might love. But there's no way that you can define me as an Afrikaner, or anybody else for that matter can go and say, okay, this is Afrikaner and this is not. Yeah. Because then we are back at apartheid.
So one of the guys says that he's working with other tribes from other provinces like Eastern Cape. So I guess that's the whole thing. I'm white, but I have black friends, right? So I'm not that racist. Oh man. So, but yours said that, okay, if you're feeling Afrikaner, right? Maybe you're dancing to Afrikaner music. Maybe you're liking their culture. Maybe you're Afrikaner at heart. Maybe it's talking about black people. There are those dark colors. A person might say that, oh, no, I'm colored, but they're not even yellow bone. They're not even light skinned. So you might find that maybe his mother and his dad, like maybe the mother is colored and the dad is black, right? So probably he'll come out a bit darker than a colored person. So maybe that's who they are talking about when they're saying that, oh man, you can come in as a black person, you can assimilate.
That person, Hendrik Verwoerd, in pictures all over the place. There are busts, several busts of him inside there. It almost feels like a shrine, this museum. Isn't this why Orania is misunderstood?
Well, let's give it some context. In the first place, this house was where Betty Verwoerd used to live. So Betty Verwoerd was the wife of late Hendrik Verwoerd. She spent the final years in Orania. And as I also said this morning, as you can recall, that no other place in South Africa would even host a bust like this of Verwoerd. People are throwing it away, it's getting vandalized.
For those who don't know, Hendrik Verwoerd is the architect of apartheid. He's basically the Jim Crow of South Africa. So this guy made sure that apartheid was implemented, and these guys are celebrating him. They're having a museum for this guy. So the one thing I have to agree with them on is that I don't think statues should be destroyed. If we are having a statue of a white supremacist, it should stay there. And we should remember and be reminded every day that white supremacy exists. So we shouldn't destroy any statues. They should remain there. They are part of history. I do agree on that, because if we destroy those statues, we won't really know those people. We won't even have to Google them. We won't even do any research on those people. So we won't know who they were and what they stood for. So history can easily repeat itself.
F.W. de Klerk. He is someone who is revered by, I think, the broader South African community for at least helping to usher in democracy, one man, one vote. Is that something that this community of Orania agrees with?
We don't have bus about of F.W. de Klerk because, well, in the first place, I don't know about any places that it's getting vandalized and actively destroyed in. Whereas Hendrik Verwoerd and Paul Kruger and so forth, people are actually going out, throwing it with paint, throwing it with petrol bombs and so on.
I think Orania should be destroyed. I'm sure most South Africans agree with me. Like, unless, you're a white supremacist, obviously you want this place to exist so you can go hide there when things go really bad in South Africa. But we need to destroy this place. We need to destroy everything they stand for. Because what if another country actually acknowledges Orania as a country? Because these guys have their own money, their own currency, their own bank, everything. Okay, but anyway, South Africa has a tendency of letting other countries become countries inside South Africa as a country. So look at Lesotho. It's still a country, right? It should be a province. I'm sure most South Africans would agree with that. So you have this place, Orania. They are running their whole thing inside of there, probably breeding more white supremacists. Because if you let a place like this exist, just know white supremacy will never exist, because I'm sure they're indoctrinating their kids, making sure that they grow up with the same values that they have. So there you have it, folks. White supremacy existing in a predominantly black country. And we are letting it happen. So what do you expect will happen in the future? Do you think black people will actually be free? Because right now you might think, oh, South Africa is a free country, you can do whatever. I mean, there are certain places you can't live in South Africa, but you wouldn't know about that, because if they are brooding white supremacists, they might tell you, oh man, you can't move in here because of such and such and such. There are so many excuses they might have to deny you services in certain places, right? Because white supremacy does exist in South Africa and it's doing very well. They're living very nicely. Even the reporter didn't have, like, I would say, hard questions for these white supremacists, but I can't really blame him because he's working for a news network that's owned by white people. So I don't think they'll just let him, bully these white people. So what do we do about this situation? We need to destroy Orania. We need to really destroy this place. Because, South Africa, I know we have a reputation of letting countries sprout out in the middle of the country. I mean, you have Lesotho. Now you have Orania. And if one country actually acknowledges Orania, we're in trouble, bro. Oh my God. We're in trouble. We'll be in so much trouble because if they are recognized as a country, they can do whatever they want. South Africa won't get involved. And right now, the government is not doing anything to these people. They should actually destroy these places. I mean, if we actually had a place for black people where we don't allow white people. Okay, there is Soweto. Soweto, make sure that there are no white people that actually come in automatically. It happens naturally. You don't even have to try. But we welcome white people to come here. It's not like we're having a thing that, oh no, we don't allow white people. So what do we do about this situation? What are you going to do about this situation? Just think about this and let it marinate in your head. So that's the end of the video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, slap a like on it, subscribe. 500 subscribers by month end. Please, so just subscribe. All my socials, @LulaManderson, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, whatever. I'm everywhere. So also, if you want to catch my podcast, you can just go to the link below. And also my last video, please check it out. You're going to really enjoy it. But anyways, it's LulaManderson. For now, sharp.